I think that on our journeys, we are all just trying to do the best we can do. And on my life journey right now, I'm working in my wellness binder and I'm trying to find ways to build my confidence and to train my brain to think more positively. In doing this, I have started to keep a gratitude journal. A gratitude journal helps my brain to think more positively. It helps me to see the glass as half full and not half empty. And it helps me at the end of the day to be grateful for everything that I have in this life and on my journey. And it also helps me to take time and enjoy my journey. Welcome back to Live, Laugh, Love with Jen. This is episode 2 of my wellness journey, and I hope that this video will inspire you to start thinking positively and record all of the things in your life that you are grateful for as well. If you watched my first video, I showed you guys how I put my wellness binder together and how I was setting my goals. And I have designed a form that I want to try to type up, and I can share it with you guys, but it's kind of like this. It just basically at the top, it says day, month, day, week, or month. I guess there are some wellness goals that there are some goals that you can complete in a day. Like maybe you want to organize something. That could be a day project. A week, or maybe you want to spend a month focusing on a goal. However long you want to spend focusing on that goal. And then there's a part where you do your planning, because your planning is very important. Because you cannot just decide, I want to lose 10 pounds and not have a plan for how you're going to lose that 10 pounds. Or whatever you decide to do, you need to plan in advance. And then there's a tracking place. So for example, if you are wanting to incorporate more water into your day and your goal is to drink 8 glasses of water a day, you could write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and color it in each day, however you want to do that. And then the last thing is one of the most important parts as well is the reflection piece, where at the end of the day or the end of the week or the end of the month, you reflect upon how well this worked out, what the strengths were, what your progress was, that kind of thing. What I am focusing on is gratitude. I feel like this time of year is a time of year when it's easy to slip and want other things that you do not have, because every time you turn on the TV, you're seeing advertisements for things to buy for Christmas, and every time you get on social media, you're seeing perfect families and houses decorated immaculately for the holiday season. And sometimes it's easy to fall into a comparison trap, or it's easy not to be thankful for things that you already have in your life. And I started doing a gratitude journal when I was in college, and I have done them on and off since then. But I am focusing this week on this gratitude journal. Actually, I purchased this one, and it actually says gratitude journal on it. And I kind of like it because one thing that I like about it is the fact that it has, let's see if I can get this to focus. It just is divided into 2 parts, and it has a date. You can draw on it if you want. You can write down things that you're grateful for. But let me just explain for a minute how gratitude journals have worked for me. So I've noticed 3 things that happen. I do my gratitude journal before I go to sleep at night. And it's like when I first start doing it, I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I thankful for? And I'm like trying to find anywhere from 1 to 5 things to write down. And I'm like having to search my brain, find things to write down. And after about the second or third day, my brain is like, we have to find stuff to put in this gratitude journal because it's going to be night. We're going to need to write something in there. And so it starts to train your brain to think more positively and to look at different experiences that you would just ordinarily maybe ignore, and to be grateful for those little small things. So your brain starts to think more positively as well. For example, maybe it's pouring rain outside and you have to run to the grocery store and you get a parking place that is right by the door. When you are doing a gratitude journal, that's something that you're going to recall or remember. If you're not doing one, you may not think anything about it. So it just retrains the brain. Or if someone, if someone suddenly stops and you almost run into them, instead of getting annoyed that they just suddenly stopped, you're like, gratitude journal, I'm so thankful that I got my car stopped. So it just trains your brain to think in terms of more positive things. I also notice when I look back over at my gratitude journal, I see that I am not grateful most of the time for things that money can buy. I am grateful for just everyday life moments, things that are free in life. And sometimes we get so focused and zoomed in on all these material things, especially this time of year, as just material things are everywhere. And we just get, I want, and we want more and more things, but things are normally not normally not what we write down in our gratitude journal. We normally write down happy memories that we've made with people that day, or great positive things that have happened to us that day that are free. So it really helps you to see that the things it really helps you to see that it's not things that make you happy, it's life experiences, it's the people in your life. And that's just a great reflection to have. And it's also great to go back when you're having a bad day and look at the things that you have written down, and just to see how truly blessed you really are. I limit myself from anywhere from 1 to 5 things that I am grateful for that day. I do write it in this book. I do it at night. So that gives me so when I go to sleep, I have those positive things that I am grateful for. And I keep it in my nightstand beside my bedside table so that it's there. That's how I do mine. There is no limit when it comes to gratitude journals. You could write as much or as little as you want. But, and you can make it as personal as you want. You can take one thing and write a whole paragraph about it if you want to. It's completely yours, but it just makes you focus at the end of the day on things that happened that were positive that day. It ends the note on a great day, and it just reminds you to be thankful for what you already have. If you do not want to use a journal, another option is to get some sticky notes, and each night before you go to bed, you can grab 3 sticky notes, write down 3 things that you're thankful for that happened that day, put them on your bathroom mirror. When you get up the next morning and you're getting ready for your day, you're going to see those. And so what are you going to think about when you are first waking up? You're going to think about those positive things that happened the day before that you are grateful for. So it's going to set the tone for a good day. You can also just use a dry erase marker and just write directly on your mirror if you want to. For cleaning people like me, that's a little scary to do, but you can always do that as well. There is just no limit to what you can do, but you are training your brain to look for the good in every day. And in doing so, it just changes your way of thinking. It makes you so much more grateful for the things that you have. And you realize that, and then you can look at those advertisements. And then this time of year, you can look at those advertisements and you can look at the beautiful pictures on social media or whatever, and you can say, but you're still, and not compare yourself. So it's just really important. It's something that I've recently started doing again. I will start doing it and I'll forget a couple of days and then I will stop. I've just had so many throughout just for years, but I am dedicated to continuing to do that. And I would invite you to do it as well, because I promise you it's going to change. It's going to be like you downloaded. It's going to be like your brain is going to be like, I cannot let you down. So I'm going to find things for you to be grateful for. So it's just going to retrain your brain just to see things a little bit differently. And in the end, you'll be a happier person and you'll just be more grateful for what you have. And I hope that you guys will do that, especially around this time of year in the United States. We're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving, and that is a time for thankfulness and for gratitude as well. And I just want to thank you guys for sharing this journey with me. Next week, I am going to, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to be feeling better, and I'm going to start talking about how I'm going to get this medication weight off, because when I was in my early 20s, I took a medication and had medication weight gain, and when I stopped the medication, it just magically went away. Now that I'm older, that's not happening, so I'm going to have to step up my game. So that's going to be my next goal as far as appearance, is to work on getting that weight off, getting back into my clothes, all of that good stuff. So we're going to talk about that as well. And just look around, think about things that you're grateful for. This time of year when it's cold, it might be something simple like a warm blanket. If you're sick and you have a cold, the things that you might be grateful for that day are like Dayquil or Vicks or a place to rest, just those kinds of things. And just start keeping track of that and see all the greatness that is in your life and all the greatness that is within you. And take time to live, laugh, and love today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.